G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video we're going to be going into the final stage of the Vegeta Red Zone and we're going to be taking on using a final trump card team to get the mission done. So for this one, final trump card as we scroll through here is a bit of an interesting one. You've got some solid extreme class options, but overall I think it is just going to be a lot easier getting this done with a super class team. But we've added in the Tech, Tech Grade 8 Vegeta, because Tech Grade 8 Vegeta is really busted. So for opening rotations here, we haven't done overly well, but it's what it is. More annoying that we're just not able to get much key. So what I actually might do is, I wonder if that'll drop down that, and then we can get to 20 key with the Tech Gods. Gods are obviously the better option that you want to run in slot 1 here, especially if there is going to be... Nope, there you go, no super attack, so that's perfect. The Gods have got their massive damage reduction here, so would not have been concerned about their defense whatsoever, but it's more I wanted to maximize their one turn like extra attack, and yeah, by putting them in slot 2 we got them to 20 key as well, which helps get the additional off. And yeah, we're just going to get them as much defense as humanly possible early on in this fight before we do get to the final stage. So I will say I have seen a little bit about this fight on Twitter. A lot of people saying that this is the most difficult fight in of all the red zones, so I'm expecting big things from Jiren. I know that he is a dodge canceller, so we don't really have a team that's hugely reliant on dodge here. Probably the only one is the Tech Gods when they do transform into the blues, but as long as we're not running them in slot 1, I think they should still be pretty dandy, because post super their defense is going to be really crazy, and during that they will also have pumped out a ton of damage, so definitely still worthwhile bringing them on the team. They're going to be one of my go-to units for quite a while, I feel like. Would not surprise me if they're a bit like the AGL UI and Into Evolution Blue Vegeta, where they're just good right until the next anniversary, and I still quite like using both of those units. So I think that should drop the physical. No. Cool. Thanks, game. If we do that into that, interesting. Very interesting. So, Grade 8 Vegeta. He's going to be an amazing slot 1 unit for us here. He's got no requirements in terms of turns or anything like that. So the fact that we can just slap him in slot 1 and know that he's going to be really safe defensively is great. Unfortunately, Super Saiyan 3 Goku isn't on final trump card, so it did mean that I couldn't bring him along. Having him next to Grade 8 Vegeta is just really insane, because from there you're able to get Vegeta the damage reduction support, and yeah, whacking an extra 10% damage reduction on Vegeta is really busted. So physical Super Saiyan 4s, we got to 24 key here. Bang. We're going to fire off a bunch of additionals. It is definitely annoying to float them off, but I also don't see this team as having 100% set rotations, I guess is sort of how I see it. Getting the Tech Gods and the physical Super Saiyan 4s together, they do share like 5, no, I think it might be 4 links together, so that's not too bad. And then realistically, whoever's with Grade 8 Vegeta is probably going to be getting most of their links from the slot 3 floater anyways, so yeah, I think that should work pretty effectively. It is a bit annoying though that we aren't going to be able to get the finish here, because then that's going to waste a turn of the Tech Gods and their the physical Super Saiyan 4's guard, and the Gods are only going to be able to get off a singular stack here, but I guess at the very least we can build up that Dokkan gauge. We've got a good amount of physical keys here. Physical Gogeta also would have been a unit that I would have loved to have gotten a stack of defense for, but yeah, obviously not much we can do when just survives with a little bit of HP. So Kapow, that gets the finish, and we move on to the second phase, which is against Rebrian. So, who does change orbs? Maybe we might do this. If we grab that into that, let's switch you just for fun of it. Just because I like this super attack animation. We'll give it a couple of extra links to the Super Saiyan Goku in a minute. Like, I'm just switching that there because I think that the Twin Dragon Fist looks sick. So bang. Hopefully that doesn't come back to sabotage me. As I said before, if someone was to get supered, to be honest, it wouldn't be the end of the world if the Tech Goku right now was to get super attacked. Should pump out some decent damage here. As you would have seen, we had the 22 million attack stat. We trigger the normal into another normal. Wow, that is definitely one of the worst turns that I've had with my Super Saiyan Goku. Cool, and then we've got a group attack, which there is seeming to become more and more of them of late. Bang. So 18 milli would have definitely got more damage if we had just stayed in the Vegeta, but I think that looks sick. Surely no one can deny how good that looks. This is just so weird for a super attack. Like unrelenting kicks. Strange. What would have been 100% ideal here is if they just had have given us a Kamehameha. I know everyone might have said, oh, they're just reusing the same animations, but a Kamehameha there would have worked brilliantly. What we're going to do is just grab that into that. So we're not getting much luck in terms of key spheres here, which is going to hinder our ability to perform a bunch of supers going forward. So yeah, you can see double digits there. Lucky this team is very, very sound defensively. So bang, bang, bang. So there's one. Makes two. So as I said, the important thing is that you want to be getting as many stacks as you possibly can for the Super Saiyan 4s and the gods early on. Remember that each of those is a 50% stack, which is really, really big time. Bang. 15 million here. The gods defense is actually higher, so I probably would have been better off putting them in slot 1. But clearly it didn't matter because we didn't take any damage early on, so gods are just going to do their thing. We didn't get to 20 key, unfortunately, but I guess, as I said before, it is because the final stage is going to have dodge cancelling. It is much more important to get the gods as much defense, more so than the Super Saiyan 4s, because at least with the Super Saiyan 4s we know that they're going to have type advantage, because I do know that Jiren is int, but also we're going to be able to get damage reduction. Nothing Jiren can do about damage reduction, but yeah, dodge he can sabotage. So we get the normal there. Yeah, that's fine. That's going to do not much, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, 84k. Thankfully, we're bringing a super juice team, so we have a bunch of HP. That's such an annoying ability. Do we just want to work in the fact that he hasn't gotten those stacks early on, but that allows us to grab all of that for you, and then it allows us to do that, and that just builds us up towards that target. Oh, actually no, because he would have much rather getting his. Okay, just thinking now, dodge cancelling. So that turn that Gogeta's on, he's going to much rather having as much defense as humanly possible. He does have type advantage over Jiren. If we're just going to be using him in slot 3, he's going to have the ability to get off all of his super attacks first. Yeah, Gogeta does scare me a little bit. But anyway, there's Rebrand gone. Now we got Caterpillar. Let's just go back to you for the sake of it. These orbs have been absolutely disgusting for me, I will say. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? And it's very, very, very annoying. We'll just grab that. Yep, we're being supered at the front end. We do have guard here. So, bang. We take 270 with our guard. And the gods have also done a bunch of supers, so their defense would have been looking pretty good. It's probably a good thing that I did switch out the Super Saiyan 4s out of slot 1 there. So next turn we're going to be getting some transformations off, that's for sure. And then with those transformations, we're going to get more rainbow key spheres to work with, so the orbs being terrible, which they have been, won't as negatively affect me as they are now. Because remember that we also get attack and defense per key sphere obtained with the Super Saiyan 4s and the gods. So, yeah, it's not only additional supers that we are missing out on that front. But Super Saiyan Vegeta doing some solid damage for me in the back end. We can do is turn that into that. Doesn't give the craziest amount to work with there, but I'm sure that will do. We're at 74% HP. We get the dodge, and because we dodged, did we miss out on the attack and the what's the called? The attack and the key? No. We had that active from last turn. Cool. So Tech Goku here, pumping out a nice little 22 melee for me. Kapow. Go, we get a good crit there. 17.8. Remember, these are stacking our attacks, so the longer that we stack these up in base Goku means it's going to be even crazier when we do transform into Vegito later on in the fight. I'll certainly be saving that for the Jiren phase, because we're pretty much just going to be trying to cook Jiren as quickly as possible. Especially, it does concern me having the physical Gogeta around a little bit now, especially if Jiren locks. Now, I don't know that he does, but just in case, it sort of does scare me a little bit. So, bang. And then we've got a late super attack coming in here. Let's see. Haha, the dodge build. I will say my Gogeta has quite a lot of dodge as well. So, Rainbow Orb changing there. Looking at our defense is 1.4, so if we go like that, what we can do is grab all of those, and then just in case I can potentially get a little bit more stacking off with you, I'm going to leave you. We got the Dokkan attack. I didn't realise. I'm going to just, I'm just going to let that slide through. I'd say we'll probably still get the finish anyway, but the other thing is, by not using the Super Saiyan 4's transformation here, even if we do get the finish with the Tech Gods, we're going to be able to prolong our Rainbow Orb changing a bit. So I do see a lot of value in this here, but you can see 26 milli, not too shabby. Kapow. And let's see, one more, we'll finish the job. Could I have thrown the physical Super Saiyan 4s in slot 1 to get the guaranteed extra stacks? Probably, and maybe that would have been the wiser thing to do, but is what it is. So, after Catapesla, we now got Topo. So, Topo is a locker. Yeah, we're gonna I reckon we have to use one of these here. So, bang, that gets rid of that. We know that the super attacks at the back end there. How many turns can we stay in U for? I forget. For 4 turns. So we can technically float U and use that later on. If we go that into that maybe. I think that should work pretty well. So we got the extra hit there for Tech Vegeta, so his defense gets the extra boost as well as he gets the attack boost as well. Bang. So you can lower Topo's defense, that is worth noting. So it'll be Topo, then Jiren. It is a little bit annoying to use one of the Gogeta transformations now, but as I said, if I float him off here, that'll mean we'll be able to pop his his active skill next time he comes around, and I guess he is a bit of an extra defensive burst here. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting to be taking 500k there. So 1, and that'll make 2. Okay, so now that's got me thinking for this next turn. I'm probably going to have to, because next turn is going to be the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s. So we will be able to get a lot of orb changing off here, I will say. And that's going to help with a lot of that healing. That's a good amount of damage done to Topo. Bang. I'm not expecting this to be able to damage us. Yeah, cool. Cool. We are at turn 10 as well. So, the fact that you're locked is super annoying. But what we can do is pop that. That should get us a good heal, I'm thinking. If we grab all of those, dang, that did not give me anywhere near as much healing as I had thought it would. But we can pop that and then grab those as well. So that gets, yeah, there you go. Okay, that gets us up to 77%. The Tech Gods are going to do a ton of damage here, and then we'll have the physical Super Saiyan 4s can finish off anything that the AGL Vegeta might be able to. Maybe I should have transformed with AGL Vegeta. All we have to really do though is survive this next rotation. Then we're going to have 2 Gogetas around. We're going to be able to pop the double active skills. Bang. Yeah, look, that is so much damage. AGL Vegeta is easily going to get the job done here. Okay, so bang. And an additional normal that does 15 million. Bang, we get the dodge there. Would have been nice to keep physical, physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on rotation though. So here we go. So we can, oh no, he's at Jiren's STR. So that means he's going to have another phaser. Oh no, but Vegeta didn't go up against full powered. I think this should be the last phase. So what we're going to do is pop that one there. Yeah, we may as well just grab that. I'm going to pop that YOLO. We're just going for full damage here. Kapow. Then what we'll do is we'll grab that into that. And we should be sorted here. So yeah, so this is where it's the guaranteed hits. Okay. So yeah. We got the super attack coming in slot 2. That is before we are able to do our own super though. So here it is. Kapow. So we took 200k. Dang. And he is a ceiling unit. So maybe I would have been better off with going with the physical Gogetas active where we would have had the guarantee. No, because it's guaranteed to hit. So yeah, we had to use that active there. Yep. But I could have put Tech Vegeta in slot 2 and that would have worked really well because yeah, we wouldn't have had to have worried about him getting hit. We would have had Vegeta using the Kamehameha to get the extra boost for all these crit counters, but not the end of the world. We're super effective with physical Gogeta here, and then we've got the two AGL Gogeta actives next turn, as well as the Tech Gods active skill. So honestly, I'm going to say I'll be very, very surprised if Jiren does live the active skills that we're about to pour out on this next rotation. I know he does have quite a lot of HP here, but like the amount of support that is going to be going around with both of the AGL Gogetas is going to be absolutely insane. Physical Gogetas super attacks just keep going, going, and going. They just continue. Bang, there we go. And then we're gonna true, and we've got even more counters coming in here. Like these are 11 million per. Like what's that? 5 attacks. Bang. Jeez. Tech Vegeta is an absolute monster. So remember that these are without him even getting any super attacks off. So these would have been much higher still. And we're at 13 million. Craziness. Okay, so what we can do is we'll pop that one there. We'll pop that one. Skadoosh. So 30 million there. And we get even more orb changing. We pop this one here. So this one should get a big old increase. And this is the Rainbow Friend as well. So yeah, 67 million. Goodbye, Jiren. Disappeared to the KO screen. So absolute fire. Let me know how you built your team down below. I do think some sort of variation of AGL Gogeta's team is certainly going to be the way to go. But let me know how you went about getting that mission done, because obviously you want to grab those stones. So whoops, clicked the wrong thing anyways. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you do want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.